can you explain us your reading, please? We're listening.
Yes. Okay, so this last year or couple years, I've been doing a lot of healing work. I'm very much interested in the shifts and the changes of the new earth that's been coming and what that means for me. So I'm finally, I feel like stepping into myself, stepping into understanding a little bit more my gifts. So I guess with my gifts, it's very easy for me to speak with people one-on-one and to feel like I can share encouraging things. I can share things that will assist them and encourage them. And so I'm kind of in that place where I'm very secure in my life, marriage, finances. I'm not in a struggle. So it's just, how do I use my gifts, and do I keep them where I just allow people to come to me and do just more of a one-on-one friendship, enjoy what I'm doing in the sense of not creating a whole career with it. Like, I love the idea of community, but not feeling like I have to make or should make a business out of it. Part of me wants a big community and wants that energy, but I also have a husband who loves to travel, loves to do things spur of the moment, loves to not have me committed in anything. I'm currently not doing my homeopathic work, which is fine. So I'm just kind of on that cusp of trying to figure out what would really serve the most joyous, playful self of me, if that makes sense. So I guess the solution I'm looking for is, do I really pursue this more as a fun community and just let the universe provide smaller, less responsibility so I can keep more free? Or do I need to say, I need to take the time and energy to make it more of a business type thing? Because I wouldn't need to do that for money. It would be more for pleasure. And then, of course, how that would affect my husband in a positive way. I don't think he would mind, but I also wonder, like, then what am I not seeing in that? What would hit me by surprise? Because right now everything feels very smooth and I'm in a good ebb and flow. And I'm excited about this new couple years, but I feel like energy could be a lot bigger with this change. And so I want to do that to serve myself the best, the world the best. So I know that's broad, but the specific would be business, or just keep letting people come to me as they come and keep it small and until it's not.
Well, I see. You made a mention that your husband likes to travel, and your traveling days are not done yet. So for better or for worse, like movement and travel, and I see this all being a very lovely thing. You're enjoying it, and so that might. Yes, that might determine your ability to scale the business at the moment, but that's okay, because what I see is that this does not in any way negatively affect the relation. Actually, you're taking this works and furthering yourself in these works. I see it staying playful and lighthearted with you two, exactly as you would like it to be, and his interests is renewed because of the experiences that you will be coming into. And as far as what is there to look out for, conflict with him, He doesn't look after himself so much. He's not the one that he will be reminding you to be the sort of peaceful warrior, to be compassionate towards yourself, to look after yourself far more than he would ever consider for himself. He's I don't. So the only conflict that I see is actually there is no conflict. It's the reedification of what he needs. Remind and he has ideas and the desire to take the lead still in much of this. I see this as a very positive and really beautiful thing because he does have your best interest, in other words, your development of your higher learning, everything at heart. So I see this as actually a really lovely, very healthy constellation. So that's me for the moment. Yeah.
Okay, I'll go next. So you have a lot of support from the universe, from the angels, from your spirit guides. You've got so much. You've got this. You need to carry on trusting in them as you've been doing. Okay. Do you have children? If you don't mind me asking.
No, we don't have kids, and we won't be. We're both older.
Okay, that's fine. Obviously, like you mentioned, you're taking a playful approach. That's what's coming up, is this playful approach that you're busy taking regarding which pathway to take, right? Because it keeps on saying you've got this playfulness around you. Okay, you have the freedom to choose whatever you want to do. You are a strong lady. Keep on manifesting what you've been doing, whether you're praying, meditating, visualizing, carry on doing. You do have a past loved one that's with you, guiding you all the time. So the first person that you connect with is always guiding you regarding this new venture or new hobby, or there's a lot of green around you as well. Okay, in the sense that you are a healer, that you love helping other people. But there is also a trip coming up, like highest priestess said, okay, where you just need to learn and relax, go with the flow. There is a trip coming up, or a few trips. Again, taking a playful approach, and just know that the universe is busy listening to you and things are peaceful. You may be a little bit confused perhaps regarding this new venture, or you
New what?
Are you slightly confused about it?
Well, yes, I've never had this much. Like, it's beforehand, everything's always been that old mindset of you work for it, you earn it, you go get it. It's that just getting your basic survival needs met. And now I'm at this place where instead of that being okay, so like I've realized that's so amazing, I don't have that anymore. But now, because I don't have that in a little bit of my tendency of perfection or needing to make things right, better, now it's like my spiritual gifts aren't developed enough. So I like work and I mean, I enjoy it, but there's also that okay, so if I'm going to work with people, now I need to up my skills. I need to up my spiritual awareness. I need to make sure, I need to work with my third eye. I know my heart's open, but so I think that it feels confusing in that, like.
It is. Okay, so you just need to relax regarding this.
Just relax.
You just need to relax. And I think these trips would also do you good, so you could clear your mind and see which way you would like to go. It's a time for you to grow. It's a time for you to learn who you are, what you want. Okay, that's why you have the freedom to choose whatever you want to do. I does feel that you do need to compromise with your husband or with yourself, perhaps. Okay, regarding this new way of living. Okay, but there are helpful people regarding your situation. Maybe people you haven't even met yet. Get advice from friends, family, and or objective opinions from others, so that you can make an informed decision of which direction you would like to take. But right now, there's more traveling involved, that you need to like work on yourself first before you take the next step of like taking on clients in terms of healing. Okay. You are the magician, so there are opportunities coming your way, and carry on enjoying life's little luxuries, spending quiet time alone, and successful self-employment. So, you know, we all have our own. Are you clairvoyant? Do you dream a lot?
No, and that's my biggest passion right now, is I've been taking like trying to open up those clairaudiences, and I think that probably these trips lend to that, because they're very nature. We love to do nature, so we go to the ocean, we go to camping, we do Sedona, Arizona a lot. We live, so I'm assuming that will lend to that desire. Like, I would love to be able to see energy and use it in a very practical way to just trust myself, love on others.
Yes. Okay, yeah. So basically, when you do have certain dreams, pay attention to them, because it is coming up. Again, a playful approach, but you need to believe in yourself. You need to believe in yourself, what you're seeing, what you're feeling, what you're hearing, touching, smelling. You know, you need to believe on what all these senses are coming to you, and put that story together, and you'll figure things out. All right.
Okay.
But all in all, you are on the right track, but there is a lot of trouble involved. You are traveling for a reason. There's a lesson to be learned, because you are learning something new from each place, and you're putting all of that to make a bigger picture for yourself, to use that to help others. You know, you're collecting your little gifts, let's say.
Awesome.
Okay. There you go. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Collecting gifts.
Thank you, Terry. Anybody wants to go next, or can I go? Are you good? Okay. I see actually more here, and I would like to add things here. So the first one is regarding your husband. It's the divine male throne in reverse. That doesn't mean something negative. It just means that he will step back and leave you the space, because he feels that's important for you. Okay, he will definitely give you the space what you need to develop this. Okay, but then I have a whole confusion, and it is between money and spirituality, what I'm picking up here for you. Okay, for what you want to learn, you either pay a lot of money to masters to get there, or you make a business and get the masters for free. That's what I would suggest you, because otherwise the lessons cost money, and the best treatment you get on the one-on-one. So I wouldn't agree with your approach to not make a business out of, because if you give the things for free, we have no energy exchange, and it will usually end in chaos. That's why the private sessions with people never last long, okay? But if you have a money exchange, you will have a client for a very long time, because the client doesn't feel bad and the reader doesn't feel bad. That's just now in terms of clairvoyance, but the same counts for energy work, teaching you astral traveling, and all of these things, because I see that your talents, I was so free to scan you a bit in this, I see that your talents are very, you have a broad spectrum of talents. At the moment, what I would advise that you go step by step. Since you mentioned Sedona, you know, Sedona, we were there, and it seemed to me like a Disneyland, spiritual Disneyland, a big shop where you can get all of these spiritual adventures. The thing is that you need to step here step by step. You have an own soul, you have experiences, reawaken them first before you try to add new things. Because I see that all of these things, the reawakening of your soul, knowing your past lives, is part of your way. At the moment, you're kind of navigating this blindly, okay? I see the support of your husband along the way. In terms of business or how you want to go about this venture, I think it's important to find the right formula. And the first thing what I picked up is really that you seem to be a connecting person for all of these things. So it's a bit about collecting these masters, which might be a bit chaotic on business side, a lot of the spiritual people, and giving them the right frame to work and help others, because you want to help others yourself, that is clear. But you seem to me, if I may say that, as a person who has a very strong quality control. So you cannot help others because you won't be happy with the results what you're giving others. So that's why I'm saying there needs to be the growth along the way here. I see you finding this way and this formula, okay? But I see fine tuning. So I agree with the traveling first, and I see the first kind of real flow in this project in February. But I see you going on with that even over the whole year, and I see a few bumps along the road, okay? Not to make it bad, but there will be step backs and there will be deception, and you will also discover that there's a lot of deception in this new age world, in the spirituality, that a lot of them are just lip service and not walk their talk. And that is the discernment what will kick in slowly here, okay? So I would say that you're absolutely on the right track on your spiritual path, and I would pursue it. In your case, your magnetic forces are very high. Energy healing will be the one thing where you will have the most and easiest time, because that's where your potency is the highest, just saying. So that would be my reading to this here.
Great, thank you. Yeah, the deceptiveness, I already feel like I've been deceived over and over, and I keep waking up from all this deception. And it is, it was even interesting as I selected to do this reading. I was like, you know, again, I trust the royal path and who it came through. But again, I'm like, it's that trusting yourself versus trusting the outside and following my own path. So the deception thing has been very interesting. I feel like I'm gathering masters who I learned to take with a grain of salt, or know that they're trying to just lead the way, and it became so boxy again. Like I jumped from one religious box to almost another box, and I'm realizing that my soul kind of keeps pushing me back again to saying there is no box.
No, it's free flow. Absolutely, I agree with you. And as more you can omit beliefs on your path, as quicker your path will be. That sounds contradictory to everything we have been told in religion, but beliefs are actually a static state of development. It doesn't let you go forward, and you need to defend for it, you need to fight for it. But as an example, it doesn't matter if Archangel Metatron is a good or bad guy. Yeah, it doesn't matter if the flow of life is good or bad. None of this matters for you. What matters is what you feel and where you go. And when you go this intuition part of feeling, your line is straight to the goal. When you try to discover all of this and dig it all out, you will have 10 years of works to find out what this is all about. And your guides give you the shortcut. It's just a question, how much do you trust yourself in this? That's why I said the self-trust is what stops you from doing the works directly, quickly. That's why I'm saying I think that you're absolutely on the right path, and you are about to create something very powerful. But the formula to get that right is the artwork here, okay? Because the spiritual supermarket, the spiritual world is exploding, and you need to find your place in this. And I don't want to go just commercial about it, but I'm just saying you either put a lot of money in your lessons, or you get them along the way and have a nice pocket money aside. So that's why I think that the energy exchange is important, and to perceive it and to attract the right people who can do that on a professional level. They need to be paid, and that's what you want actually. So I don't see the marriage of keeping it up as a hobby, to be honest. Also, you're far too ambitious for it.
Okay.
I
Thank you
don't mean
very
that I don't mean that negative. I don't mean that negative at all. That's actually something I mean positive here. So, who would like to go next? Fernanda, Pericles, who's ready here? Fernanda, go ahead.
Yes. Are you writing?
I am.
Ah, okay. Yes, because here I have a lot of swords cards, so I can see you are extremely mental. Like you are really good and organized and in strategy and so I think yes, I do agree with the another reading. I think you should invest in the money exchange, okay? Uh, because I think you can be bigger than you are imagined because you have gifts, but you also can find a lot of knowledge, okay? A lot of knowledge, and knowledge is it's gold, so because of that you really have to share, but you really need some exchange because people including sometimes we think the spiritual things we only have to do for free, but it's including better for the people when they can do something in exchange because they can see they are investing in the spiritual growth or they are investing in energy to heal something, so it's important to evaluate your job. Of course, if you want to do some kind of I don't know how can I explain, but you can manage. It don't have to be the same price for everyone. If you travel and you go to somewhere and you think someone is really needing some help, and it's not a lot of money, you can do it. You can manage, but I think it's necessary because I think you can travel and of course it's not we cannot buy spiritually how can I say, the spiritual word and the give it and everything. You will really have to work on you, okay? And sometimes be careful because you have a lot of mental working and it's awesome, but sometimes it's also can disturb you a little bit because you criticize too much, and sometimes you have to lose the control. The big transformations is when we let our ego die. So in the positive way here I have the death. So I think you have to do some really big transformation in yourself, in all your beliefs, in a lot of things, a kind of construct yourself because you already have the main thing, a goal in yourself. So working knowledge, a lot of knowledge, and share this knowledge, and also have some exchange because so you can feed these travels and this knowledge, okay? And also sometimes allow yourself to lose the control, and it will help you with your dreams, intention, and everything. Try to do some rituals, it's a long process, but it's amazing also, a lot of you. But that's it. The advice is do it in amazing way, very big, and with money including.
Okay. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I feel like you have more questions here.
Do I have more questions?
It
Well,
feels like.
it is interesting just the say that you said, the ego, the death to the self, and that's been a very mental thing for me is I do realize I really do need to die to my old thoughts and my old ways and my old the way I perceive myself, the way I perceive the world. But I don't, it's funny. It comes down to me beating myself up on the little things, such as diet. I'm basically a lacto vegetarian, but every once in a while I do have a piece of meat, and you would think that anyway, it's those little things
God
of
forbid you
what are
listen
the
to your
keys of-
body. Sorry.
No, what'd you say?
I said, oh, God forbid you listen to your body. There's
I
body
know.
intuition there, and you want to listen to it, and you want don't guilt yourself over some things. Sorry, I didn't want to interject that, but.
No, I appreciate that, because that has been, my husband has a very narrow, tight spiritual walk, which is no meat, no alcohol, no fish. Overall, that's, I believe, positive to be aware in what we digest, and I believe in that, but for him, it's so tight, and I just can't live, I can't live in a box. I don't know, I'm an Aries. You gotta put me out there. I needed to make that decision on my own, and I did, but also too, I get like eating fake meats and or a lot of beans, I'm always in pain. So then it became this whole nother level of suffering for a spiritual path, and then I had to rethink it all over again, and I'm still kind of in the midst of all this letting go of this huge change, so I can move into the new supporting of the love and the energy that we want for future generations, for myself, for the rest of my life. I want to have that freedom.
And this is the time for it. Pardon me, I'm not trying to take anybody else's. Go for it, Gotti.
No, I was just confirming that from the formula I'm seeing and perceiving for the rolling business, it's like you don't get a new baby, you get a teenager. So there's much less care. It's not a business what has high maintenance. You will find a formula which makes it low maintenance and still give you the satisfaction you want and the results you want for the bigger picture. It's really about finding the formula and the niche in this, because I don't see you going hyper commercial. I see you making good money, but I don't see you going big. It is more to reach the right people in your environment, and maybe the exchange is what you should focus on. Okay, maybe if you say no money, it makes things too complicated. Find an exchange. Find an exchange platform for spirituality, whatever that means. That's where I see you very good in bringing these people together and making them work together. That's where I see your strength.
Yes.
And we have a Pericles.
So first of all, I'd like to say that Spirit and the guys are very, very happy with you. I think we can all agree to that. You've done tremendous work on yourself, and it's shining through. And I keep hearing she's doing great. Keep telling her she's doing great. So I think you're putting your mind is like all minds, which are very, very strong and talk very fast. They put sometimes unnecessary pressure in our being. However, though, your mind is not really you. You are the presence in between the thoughts, the stillness. So funny enough, the two first cards that just popped out of the deck was the sun and the moon. So definitely this is the way to go. Now the moon card is telling me that there is a bit too much focus on the external, right? So there's this pressure like, okay, we're moving to this new earth, we gotta be part of the light and all those things. However, all those are constructs of the mind, because the new earth is not something external, it's something internal that we all step into. And it's not something that we have to create externally, it's something that once we go internally, will just manifest on the external. So your seeds are very well planted. All the worries you're having are really unnecessary. I would say keep following your heart, keep following your intuition, and trust the process. So every sort of teacher, guru, as you said, everything is a toolbox, right? We pick it up and then we drop it. We pick it up and then we drop it. The stories are not so important. The method is not so important. What matters is to seek less external and to seek more internal. And as this keeps happening, you're going to notice that you're actually very, very intuitive, very, very sensitive, very, very empathetic, and your best guide is actually your own heart. And as you keep moving forward, you'll see yourself seeking less on the external and more just doing stuff, because you're also very action orientated. The cards that I pulled in regards to you was focus, and great speed. Now the assistance that I think this is kind of where the business comes in, is you're fantastic at holding space. And I think what you can work together with is working with someone who has the abilities, perhaps, or you perceive that has the abilities to create results in the energetic world, and pairing up with that individual and helping him with the structure side, helping him perhaps monetize everything, or helping him scale and helping him expand his space will, number one, help you to make a business out of it, and number two, you can also learn from that individual. And I'm sure where you're based, there's tons of people. I would just say don't pick the individual based on the story, just look for results, so all these different people that you come across, if they're confusing you, just look who has the biggest results. So who is someone who can actually achieve differences in people's lives. And there's a lot of, I can see that you've done a lot of transformation. I can see that you finished some difficult situation. There's something that was toughening you and you overcame it. The angels are very, very happy with you. And be easy on yourself. If your body likes meat, your body likes meat. There's nothing wrong with that. Plants have a soul too. Animals have a soul too. There's nothing right or wrong. Everything has a soul. I would say, keep listening to your body, keep listening to your heart. And yes, your husband will give you the space. And there's going to be successful self-employment, and keep enjoying the little things in life and trusting the intuitive heart of yours, the space between the thoughts, not so much the thoughts. And the business will be created in a perfect way. You won't make it dependable on you. It will be dependable. It will be a space holder. So you can travel, you can do whatever it is that you need to do, because the space will allow everything to sustain itself. So no need to worry about that. Then it will naturally evolve by itself. You're very, very guided, honestly. Just keep listening to your intuitive heart. And it comes as a knowingness, I would say.
Okay, now I'm in tears. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Well, do you have any other questions that have come to you, or anything else or something, even how very tiny or random, that might have crossed your mind?
Well, I do have, they said that someone who has passed away is with me. And I've had 2 people pass away during this last quarantine. So I am curious if that is one of them, if Wyatt is one of them. Wyatt passed away.
That was Terry, who was here from before. I'm not sure if she was picking up on the specific individual. Did you want to tap into that, dear guardian?
I would. Yes.
Okay. I knew it would hang on me, this one. Let's get I'm kidding. No, I'm
to that particular invisible world.
No, give me just a few minutes. I would scan what I can perceive. Okay, just a second, please. Yeah. So the last question actually almost aligns to Pericles' reading, okay? Because that person I'm feeling is like absolutely people who pass away all of a sudden see and know more than we did, right? And the whales fall, and the person is really, I wouldn't say there's no forgiveness seeking, there's really the cheerleading. You can do it, you don't see what's in front of you, just go walking. Don't stop thinking, you're on the right path, you got this. I see nothing negative here. I see really like a cheerleader person supporting you. I get mainly female energy from this, to be honest, okay? That's the energy I was able to pick up on, is the female energy, and it's absolutely about support and going this way. And I think it comes with a lot of reminders that you were born for this, okay? You are here for this, it's the mission part, and I think the being would like to be perceived more in many ways, so that you give it an opening over us, it's very good, but it's really about the thing of believing, walking this path, and following these guides. What Terry said before, and also the Pericles stressed, it's really that you have an army of angels guiding you this way, and you can possibly fail here. Okay, so it's really the faith. You can walk in strong faith here. I mean, I absolutely go with all the others that you got this. So I think that person is not seeking any forgiveness, any emotions like that. It's really all about support and a reminder that you got this, and that's what I'm mainly getting. I have no message for you other than that from that person.
Well, thank you. I mean, it was a very positive thought back to them. Like, I know that they've just transferred on, so it was by no means, it felt positive, but I'm glad. And that female energy, now my curiosity is sparked, so now I get to, I guess, go play, huh? Okay. Thank you. I feel fulfilled and appreciative. So thank you for your time and your energy and your using your gifts and doing these an energy exchange, huh? Now that we're at this, I mean.
Well, if you do what you're supposed to do, I think you give the world more back than you can get.
Exactly. Exactly.
Okay.
Thank you for being here and for showing up and opening up to us all. It can be maybe it can be a little intimidating sometimes to be like, okay, now I'm gonna have everybody going to be looking into my world, but well, what I would like to leave with you is something that Pericles had said, and something that echoed even louder with the Guardian, and that is the space between your thoughts. It is that beautiful, sacred, the space between the thoughts, that pause between the inhale and the exhale. It is that space that is you, and it is in those moments where you let your thoughts just detach from yourself, from you needing to own any of it, where you will be able to perceive everything. So any moment that you have a doubt of yourself, or that you feel the sword of discernment that needs to come right back out again, take that sword of discernment out and then let it float out of your hands for that moment and just pause. Stay in that moment in between and let then divinity come and speak through you. So you will know always, through your experience directly, always embodied in every cell of your being, what it is that you are seeing, or what it is that you should not be believing.
Very well. Let's go meditate. Let's go breathe.
Oh, you're awesome. I look forward to seeing the healing center when I come again in a few years.
Oh, good. Yes. You have my Skype information now.
Yes.
I'll take you on a tour. I'll take you on a tour of Sedona.
Well, with the journeys and the travels, it was really this feeling of you're going to be collecting masters, people, tools. You guys are definitely traveling this year, and more than once. And I see this as being part of the journey, part of the work, the people that you guys are meeting, the experiences that you guys have together. Homeopathy is just a part of it, but it never felt like okay, now you're going to immerse yourself in a big course of that. That does not feel at all like the direction. Like everything else that you need to learn and to do will all come to you. And so you started off in the right direction. And yes, the rest that's going to unfold is quite magic.
Yes. Yes. Good.
See, and come to Brazil. He is amazing at this point. Yes, it's really easy. We have a lot of different religions, and all of them is it's full of power, So we have by the Indians part, and also the Afro Brazilian part. So it's really amazing, and including about what you said I have something to add. For example, about meat. Here we have a lot of rituals with ayahuasca because it's from the Indian people,
Yeah.
indigenous. And one thing is the spiritual world, and another thing is what people want to offer, to fake. So everyone says you cannot eat meat, and it's okay. It's good when you have to take because it's really strong and everything. But the Indian people really eat meat normally, you know. So I think it's all about culture. It's about respect. It's about how to know how to consume, and change is always welcome. But you know what is better for your body. You know, everyone have different needs and different culture and different everything. So it's amazing try to change and be more conscious, but sometimes you just have to change something, maybe the place you consume or the frequency, or I don't know. But we don't have to fulfill everything in the list of, oh, I'm so spiritual, so yes, I totally understand. So the ego death, it's something too much more deeply. It's about our beliefs, more deeply beliefs, and we can reconstruct. It's different, and also construct too much stronger. So that's it. You're frozen.
Amazing.
And like the word an ego actually comes from Greek. It's actually the same as the word for I, but like letter I, ego. So ego is the little I. So when you no longer need to identify with that little I, that is the proverbial death, and you step into the capital I, so to speak. You step into and embody then the bigger, highest resonance of your greatest potential. And so.
Wow. That's beautiful.
I would just add one last thing. Never say again out loud that you do not perceive energy, because that's very, very far from the truth. You're very good perceiving the energy. It's just your mind then comes in and convinces you otherwise. You're very good at perceiving energy.
Stay playful.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
And don't worry, if you missed anything, this is recorded. I will cut it all together, and you will be able to you'll be able to have it again for your reference.
I will soak it in.
Beautiful. All right, my dear. Well, thank you, everybody.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone, for your time.
Thank you. Much appreciation.
All right.
Thank you.
Season's greetings and best to all. Bye.
Bye bye.